Welcome everyone to Selenium Training by Wisdom Trainings. And today in this video we will discussing about how we can get the language that we'll be working in the course with Python in our systems. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding the video or the course, you may go over the website over here in the free video section and drop your doubts or questions over the Speak Your Mind section. Okay, so now let's get going about how we can get that in our systems. Just simply you can go to your browser and you can say download Python. Okay, and the very first link that you can see over here, www.python.org, this is the official site of downloading the Python. So if you'll click on the link given, so over here you can see it's giving you the latest version, that is download Python 3.8.2. Okay, so if you want to get this latest version, you can directly click on this option. According to your operating system, Python works on the operating systems for Windows, Linux, Linux, Mac OS and others as well. So according to your operating system, you can download it. Also, if I'll scroll down more, you can see that there are another versions of Python also available. It's usually preferred that when you are downloading any of the systems or any of the language files, you prefer downloading them a version which is a little older. So this is the recent version 3.8.2. Previously there was 3.8.1 as well. If I'll go over here, you can see 3.8.1. So if I'll click over here and see if it lets me download it or not. So it says this is Python version this, and this is the first maintenance release. It's not the actual code, but it's the maintenance release. So we'll not be able to download it. Over here, if I'll scroll down more, you can see that there is the Python 2.7.17 also available. So this Python 2 was previously very much in use, but nowadays it's becoming a little outdated. Many less people are using this nowadays because of some of the features are supported in Python 3 but not in Python 2. So we'll be working with Python 3 in the course throughout, and to download the version you can simply click over here and it will be the executable file. So when you will be clicking the executable file to install it, you will be getting a window like this. You can see install Python 3. Whichever version you are downloading, it will be available over here, and it will be asking you to install the software at the location. It will be the default location where the Python can be installed. You just need to click on this and have to click the next option. One thing that you need to remember while installing it and before clicking to the install button, you need to check on this button, that is add Python 3.8 to path. You can see over here. You just need to click on it. You need to check this box because there is a reason behind checking this checkbox. You have to get this Python set in your environment variables, and by checking on this checkbox, it will add the Python in your environment variables. Okay, so do remember to check this checkbox. Otherwise, you have to manually do it when we'll be configuring it with our IDE. Okay, you just need to click next, 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 and your Python will be installed. I need to check whether Python is running or not. So how I can check that? I'll go to my command prompt, and over here what I need to write is, I'll just simply will write Python and I'll press enter. Now you can see that I have pressed enter and it's giving me 3 arrows. And the 3 arrows that you can see, it's a symbol that my Python is running fine. And if I want to work with Python, I can simply work over here in the command prompt as well. But we will not be writing our code in the command prompt. We'll be having a different place to write the codes. But just to check that my Python is up and running, we can just check it like this. Okay, also if you want to check where your Python has been installed later on after installation, some time after you want to check, so you can just simply type in your command prompt Python where Python, and it will give you the path of the executable file where it's lying. Okay, so try checking that as well. it will tell you where your Python is. Now moving further, as I told you that we'll not be coding over here the command prompt, so I'll prefer closing it. I'll say close. And now what I need to discuss is the IDE. What is my IDE? So I will clear this. Now when I talk about IDE, what do I mean by IDE? What is this IDE? This is a place where you can write your codes, you can debug your codes. It's a kind of management system where you can keep all your codes and workspace saved while you're writing some code, and it is the integrated development environment. Okay, and when we have to work with Python using this IDE, there are two IDEs that are available to work with. So we'll talk about both of them and their versions which are available. The first part that we have of the IDE, the first thing is the famous IDE PyCharm. Okay, when I talk about PyCharm, we very well know that PyCharm is the IDE to work with Python. But PyCharm comes in two reasons. One is the community version, and this community version is free of cost. You need not to pay any amount to get this in your system. It's free of cost. Okay, and when I talk about the second version of PyCharm, that is the paid version. You need to pay some amount to get in your system. But the benefit to get the paid version of PyCharm is it will provide you some additional functions like HTML and all. It will provide you those additional functions along with the support of Python. Okay, so according to your requirement, you can install PyCharm. Okay, and the second IDE that we have to work with Python is famous to work with Java. That is our Eclipse. Eclipse is very much famous when we talk about working with Java. But if I want to work with Python over this Eclipse, so what I need to do is I just need to install a plugin, and after installing the plugin my Eclipse is ready to work with Python. Okay, so if I'll take you to the PyCharm site, if I'll go over here and I'll say download PyCharm, the very first link that you can see over here, www.jetbeans.com, you need to get to this. So over here you can see that the site has been loaded and it shows you two versions, the professional version and the download and the community version. When I talk about the community version, it says for pure Python development. That means you will be able to work with Python only and will be able to write the Python codes only. And it's a free and open source, so you can download it very easily. Okay, now when I talk about professional version, it shows you that it is for both scientific and web development. And if you take this version, this paid version, you will get the support of this HTML, JS, JavaScript and SQL. So you can try using it if you want these additional supports. Okay, we'll be looking at the downloading part of PyCharm and working and configuring our Python with PyCharm in the coming videos. Okay, and we'll be looking at the downloads also in that particular part. Just to show you that there are two versions. Likewise, if I'll talk about Eclipse. So Eclipse is, as I told you, it's a absolutely free IDE. So you need to click on the official link, that is www.eclipse.org. You'll click on it, and over here you can see that the latest version of Eclipse is being provided. You can download it for the 64-bit if you have the same configuration. Otherwise, if you want to take another one, so you can go over the option download packages, and it will take you to a list of the Eclipse versions. You can see it's for Java developers, then we have CSS, IDE for Eclipse committers, PHP. You can see for how much languages the Eclipse is being used only. And it's also able to support the another operating systems like Mac, Cocoa and Linux. So you can download it Don't worry about it. We'll be looking at the downloading part of Eclipse in the coming videos along with the configuration of Python with Eclipse. For the time being, it was just for the introductory video. So I'll rest it over here. Till the time, thank you.